I often like to ask about like, the balancing the focus between velocity and distribution points because it seems like it's a thing that earlier stage operators sometimes think, "Hey, I want to get into as many retail points as fast as possible," and that may not always be the smartest route to go. So I'm just curious for the up and coming, especially first time CPG operators, maybe just help them understand, like, assuming you agree with this statement, like why they should focus on velocity more than expanding distribution points just as fast as possible.
Yeah, no, that's a great point, Adam, and it is a balance. You have to prove that you have. I think it's proof that you have a winner first, and understanding. And I think the other key is when you go into, depending on what department, what are the expected velocities within that category where you're placed. There's proliferation of like health and wellness brands across all the different categories. So you got to understand where you're being placed by the retailer. Are you in the conventional space where the velocity benchmarks are up here, or is it the health and wellness where velocity benchmarks are a little bit lower because it is bringing innovation driven and driving trial? But yeah, driving initial velocity, and I think it allows you to focus. Right? Do we have the right trial driving investment? Digital, online, in store. Is it properly placed on shelf so the consumer can see it? Is it priced right? Do we have the right promotional strategy? Once you have that down and you have a winner, it's much easier to scale than scaling right away, guessing, and when you don't have a lot of that stuff figured out. Granted, though, the P&L drives so many decisions, and the most efficient way is to scale immediately for something that you're investing innovation dollars for. But yeah, I do think establishing a winner at the parameters of why it won, what makes it successful, makes it a lot easier and long-term sustainable success when you scale.
When will they know it's the right time to focus on retail expansion as well?
That's a really good point. When I think traditionally, if you're going to, I'll say on the produce space, there's a ton of produce shows and within the space. So you can show a new offering and you get a lot of initial feedback. Oh, I'd love that. That's a winner. Where can I get that? And you do that at CPG as well. But I think you get the concept and you show some of the velocities, how it's performing, and you get some head nods in front of other customers. Then I think you realize it's time to scale. You get some of those soft yeses. Oh, if I can get my hands on that, absolutely, I would take it. So that's how I would do it, which is a little bit more on, old school, right? Getting the product in front of folks, getting some of the data, understanding if we have some soft yeses, and if you feel like you got enough, then I think you make the jump to scale up a little.